So this is a part where I show you my results.
You know I'm picky with that. Hey, walk on that bit with that Louis V. She said she wish it was two of me. She fucking, she know what she doing, B. I be dancing like my jewelry.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you like this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe and follow my socials. There will also be links in the description. So, CXC, the thing that everybody has been stressing about for the past few weeks. The results are finally out, and I'm going into Form 5, but in Form 4 I did 3 subjects. So, oh, and if you see me looking down a lot, I have some notes to make sure that I don't miss anything. So in this video, I will be talking about the subjects that I did, how much I got, how I prepared, and the YouTube channels that helped me because I needed the help, and just some advice based on my personal experience, especially as a private candidate. No, the reason why I am making this video is because as a private candidate who did paper 3 in place of the SBA, I was so stressed and I was looking for videos on YouTube. I was watching people's reactions to their results, and everyone I saw, they did good, but they did an SBA, and I wanted to see someone do well with the paper 3 so that I knew that it was possible. But I did get some helpful advice, but I didn't really see anyone showing their results that they got with the paper 3. So I was like, okay, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this because I don't see anyone talking about it. So I'm here to talk about it today because if you're someone who is doing the paper 3 instead of the SBA, don't fret. It is possible to get a 1. It is possible to pass. Just for a little backstory, how I ended up becoming a private candidate. So my school, they had the option of taking the subjects early, and you could get classes with them, you could do your SBAs, and you basically do the subjects within the institution. No, I was very ignorant about this process. I didn't really know a lot. I did not do my research. So I was like, oh, I can apply anytime, I can start anytime I want to. And I wasn't aware, well, I was aware that there was a deadline, but I didn't know that the deadline was so soon. And then on the day of the deadline, I heard my friend talking about it, and I was like, girl, really? So I called my dad, and we were not able to make the deadline. So I was like, oh. And at this time, I still thought everything was fine because I thought, oh, I already knew that I wanted to take my classes with this person because she used to come to my school, and we were in 2 clubs together, and she left and she started a tutoring program with tutoring. The Instagram will be right here in my description. But since she started her tutoring program, I was like, oh, I want to get classes here because I knew that she would come through. So I was like, oh, maybe like I'll still be able to do the SBA with her, because I thought that was how it worked. I didn't know that you had to do it with a public institution to do the SBAs. So I was talking with her, and turns out I would have to register as a private candidate. They do offer SBA assistance, but they do not give the SBA themselves. They just give you the classes. So I had to register as a private candidate, and it was then I found out that I would have to do the paper 3, and I was stressed. I scoured YouTube. I did not really see anyone talking about it, and I was just so stressed because the SBA, you go into the exam knowing that, oh, I have this grade already, and you had help from your teachers, you got feedback, you could do corrections, and I couldn't do any of that. You just go, you do the paper, you don't go into the exam knowing that you already have a grade. You're just completely in the dark, and you don't know how you did until results. You're basically doing an SBA on paper in 1 day. But with tutoring, they did everything that they could to accommodate me, and it did pay off in the end. They have the best tutors, guys. Let me tell you, in school, I was failing biology. Like, we got a new teacher, and I think that was the main reason. Her teaching style doesn't really, you know, well, the entire class was failing, so I guess her teaching style didn't help the rest of us. Anyways, yes, in the previous year when we had a different teacher, I was doing very good in biology, and then now this year I was failing every test, and I was so frustrated, and I kind of regretted signing up for biology in CSEC because I was like, if I cannot pass my school test, how am I going to pass this exam? But after all of my classes, I even passed my first biology test. That was so crazy. But anyways, yes, they did everything that they could to accommodate me. They found me samples of paper threes, and they did as much as they could. So my preparation process, I had less than 6 months at this point to prepare. I did one session per week per class, and I forgot to tell you guys the subjects that I took. I took English language, biology, and social studies. And apart from my 1 hour session per week, I was also watching YouTube videos. And these are the top 3 YouTube channels. They were so helpful. Social Studies Wizard Suarez, he basically has everything you could ever need in social studies. CSEC Biology, TCP. Guys, I was binge watching his videos. I even watched the ads. I watched every single ad because I am so thankful to him and CSEC English. I watched a few of his paper one marathons and most of those repeated, so I'm thankful for that. But back to my preparation process, I was watching YouTube videos on paper ones because I knew that most of the questions were repeated. I knew that I did not have enough time to catch up with the syllabus with the little time I had to prepare. So I had to help out my tutors a little bit and kind of learn some of the things on my own. And I was also studying with my friends, which I'm very thankful for. Thank you guys. So that was what I did. And I wish I kind of took the studying more seriously earlier because I started really studying 1 month before, and that was so stressful. So, guys, please save yourself the stress. Start studying early. You might think that, oh, it's just in 6 months. No. As I blink, the 6 months are gonna come. Please study. I'm pretty sure you're only watching the video for this part. So, this is a part where I show you my results. So, as you can see, I got a 1 in biology, which was a shocker. I could not believe it. A 1 in biology with paper 3. Biology. That is just crazy to me, and that is definitely my biggest achievement in this exam. And I got a 1 in English language, which I was very surprised about because I was rushing the story. I did not like that story. I did not have enough time, but I do think all of the other parts of paper 2 was really good. The paper 3, the ending, I think I did not really follow the instructions, but it looks like they liked it. And for the paper 1, when I checked my answers, it was the lowest I got out of all of the paper ones that I checked for. So that was kind of surprising, but I'm happy nonetheless. Social studies, I got a 2, and I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't get the 1. But my teacher was telling me that, listen, people barely get 1s in social studies. So, girl, yes, but I'm very thankful for it because I really haven't seen anyone who got a 1 in social studies so far. And I think I did really well. I felt really confident with the social studies paper. And 2 is a very good grade, especially for social studies. So I'm still happy about that. Okay, so some advice that I have for you. You may have heard these before, but the first one is to read the syllabus. Read the entire syllabus. I don't care how long it takes. Read the syllabus, because some people say that they're going to the exam and, oh, I did not learn this, because sometimes the teachers do not have enough time to go through everything. So just read the syllabus and see what you did not learn, so that you can search for the topic yourself and go through it. Please utilize your free resources. YouTube, Google, please. There are so many helpful YouTube channels on you. Obviously, they're on YouTube, but there are so many helpful channels, so many videos. You just have to search for it. Just search for it. Google past papers, they are going to come up. Please use your free resources. They're there, they are free, so just use them up, right? And I don't think I have anything else. Tip number 3, study early. Please don't make the same mistake that I did. Even though it worked out for me, it might not work out for you. Study early, guys. Because you might think, as I previously stated, you have a lot of time. You truly do not. So just save yourself the stress, study early. The last piece of advice I have is to just figure out your learning style. Figure out how you retain information and just do it. You can even talk to your teachers and say, oh, I would really appreciate if you taught like this, because then I would understand. So just figure out how you learn and then just go from there. So the last segment of this video is advice for private candidates who are doing paper 3, because I know that I needed this video during that time, so I'm doing it now in case anyone needs it. So for paper 3, it is basically kind of an SBA on paper. So one of the things that helped me the most in doing paper 3 was to look at others' SBAs for that subject. And I'm not talking about science subjects, I'm talking about general subjects. Just look up social studies SBA, English SBA, go through it. Luckily, I had a friend who did the SBA this year, so she sent me hers and I was looking through it. And I was comparing it to the paper 3 for social studies, and I made the connection like, this is very similar. So just look at the SBAs and look at how they're structured, and I can guarantee that will help you with the paper 3s. Now for the science subjects, you will have to do a practical, so you'll have to do a lab and you will have to write your results, and then the other half of the paper will basically, it will like be doing a lab on paper. So my advice for the science subjects is that you look at the labs, go through every single lab. CSEC biology, TCP, he goes through every lab. Check out his playlist, go through all of the labs, look at the results, because I can guarantee you will be doing one of those labs. And look at how the method is written. Look at the look at the discussion, the aim, the conclusion. Look at how the lab is structured and how it is done, because you will need that. But just look at the labs, because you will be getting one of those labs and it is basically structured like you're doing a lab. You'll have to write the aim and everything. So just go through your labs and you will be fine. So you have reached the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And at the end of the day, just remember that your grades do not define who you are. And if you're not in 2023 and you're about to sit CSEC, I wish you the best. Just put in the effort and you'll be fine. Thank you for watching.